Hey guys, it's Milka. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of a haul video because I went to Yoseka Stationery today and I'm very happy and excited, and it's been a while since I bought stuff for fountain penny things because, to be honest with you, I've set a goal for this year. I saw two other YouTubers talking about it. I think one of them is like Karina Likes to Plan, and I saw two of them talking about their fountain pen goals for the year, and I thought, yes, this is exactly what I need because it would be nice to get a little bit of structure. And since I explained it in my previous video or videos, but how I'm trying to keep all of my pens in rotation, and I don't want to be having too many pens. So if I'm getting a new pen, I want it to be replacing a pen that I already have, because I don't really want to have an expansive collection of like 50 fountain pens, because that's a lot to manage. And it does, as much as I love fountain pens and I think they're incredibly beautiful and I'd love to look at them, for me personally, I'm trying to declutter my life as much as possible, so that I can feel, because like stuff takes up mental space too. Even if it's tucked away and put away somewhere in your home that you never have to see it, it still on some level kind of takes up mental space and energy in your home. So I want to make sure that every piece that I have I actually truly enjoy, and if I'm getting something, I'll be replacing it with something else. So that aside, I've set some goals. I'll actually show them to you for like a second. I don't know how well you can see them on camera, but these are my goals for 2024. I've set a goal that if I'm going to be buying pens, inks, or samples, I have to be doing it in person. Okay? So I'm very rarely in an actual stationery store or anywhere near stores that can sell fountain pens and all of that stuff. So it's very rare, because most of the time whenever I would buy pens, it would be online. So I'm allowing myself only 3 opportunities to purchase things online. Okay, so I've got to really save it up because it's still only the beginning of the year, and I don't want to just buy something simple that I could buy in person, which is what I ended up doing with this pen that I'm going to show you guys later. And I can only buy 5 full bottles of ink this year and only 15 ink samples. Okay. And even the 5 full bottles of ink kind of feels a little excessive. Maybe I'll limit it to 3, but it's nice to give myself a little leeway, I guess. So 5 full bottles of ink and 15 ink samples. Maybe I'll remove a bottle and add a couple of ink samples instead. But no, I do, excuse me, I do want to stay pretty firm on this because I have a lot of ink samples, right? And I have to use all of my pens at least 2 times this year. And any pens that I don't enjoy using after 2 times, I can consider giving them away or selling them. So I've set a little log over here of all of my pens, apart from the ones that I use for writing my like ink swatchy things and stuff. I wrote them all here, and I already started a tally. So most of them, apart from like 4 pens, I've already inked at least once so far. I also have a wish list of the kinds of pens that I would like to acquire, so I can actually check something off here. And I've created a list of the pens that I purchased, like a list so that I can write the pens that I've purchased this year. So there isn't really a restriction on how many pens I can get. But that I did because I wanted to be kind to myself and not give myself like anxiousness. If I can't order pens online for the most part, then I'm probably not going to be buying very many pens at all. But I am going to be going to the Yoseka, what is it called? I'm like I'm drawing a blank. So, Yoseka Stationery Fest this August. So maybe I can save up some money and get something there, But basically, I'm not really going to be buying pens like that. That's the goal, right? And if I am getting something, it's to replace. I can only order 3 times. I have to keep that limitation in mind. And yeah, you see, even here, I was under the impression that I'm only getting 3 ink bottles because I left space for 3 bottles. I don't know if you could see that. And then ink samples, I have a space so I can write them all out too. So I can sort of log it all. But yes, so I'm going to be filling that in actually, since now I've gotten samples and a bottle of ink and a pen. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I got 3 little washi tapes because I thought they were so cute. I use washi tapes to decorate my hobonichi. I also have ink stains from when I was looking at the samples at Yoseka. So, but yes, this one is super cute. It's just, maybe I should have opened them, but it's just a bunch of like stationery things that would be at a table, you know, papers, Post-its, those little clampy things, a stapler, and I like the gold foil, and it's just really cute. This one is also super cute. I don't know how much you can see with the reflection, but it is like grass and flowers and little kittens hidden in the flowers. It's super cute. I think it's great for spring and March. And then this one, I don't know, it kind of felt super trendy and cool to me, but it's just information about food. I think probably only Japanese food, but yeah, it's kind of cute. So yeah, those are my washi tapes. She'll set them aside. And I also got, I think I mentioned this in a previous video as well, and probably in my currently inked video. Yeah, so the last video. But I did it. I got the Pilot Hiroshizuku Kasumosu. I've been thinking of getting this ink for some time now, okay? So it wasn't exactly an impulse buy. Now that I'm rationing out how many inks I can buy, like full bottles and all of that. But I just like this ink so much. I feel like at the moment, and I have been feeling this way since last year, this is kind of one of the perfect pinks for me personally. So I do have it, because the ink samples that I did get, I'm going to swatch them out probably in this video. So I do have this in my little makeshift ink swatchy thing. Because I basically only use Tomoe River paper for the most part, so I decided to make an ink swatchy thing where I can see what the ink looks like and what it looks like in different, what it looks like in different nib sizes. A water test, like doing a big droplet of the ink for what it looks like concentrated. And yeah, it's a really nice reference. And since it's done on the paper that I actually use and not just like a coloring, for example, it helps me to see what the ink would actually look like. But yes, oh my. Okay, let me see. I'm almost there. Yeah, because I have Hana Ikeda back in the days when I used to just buy inks, because I did like this ink. But I actually do like Kasumosu more. So this is Kasumosu, and it feels like it's an in-between between Hana Ikeda and this Diamine Hope Pink. This Hope Pink is like a little bit more of a cooler tone. Hana Ikeda is pretty warm and light, and this kind of feels like somewhere in the middle. You know, it's got warmth, but it's not too warm. And I really like the way that it looks. I think it's a really nice pink. I also got a sample. So I'm going to set that to the side now. I also got a sample of, well, actually, let me reveal the pen first. I'll talk about the samples after. So this is not a bougie pen by any means. It is just a regular old TWSBI. And this is the TWSBI Creme and Rose Gold. I think it's creme, right? Or is it just cream? Pretty sure it's spelled creme, but I don't remember. But yes, I'm pretty sure you guys may have actually seen this pen before already online. It's not exactly brand new on the market, but I've been looking at this pen for almost like 2 to 3 months. And I've been wanting to buy it, and here it is in all its glory. Now in my hands. And the pen that I'll be replacing with this one is probably my TWSBI, like my black TWSBI, just the one that's black with a silver finish, the standard one, because I don't need 2 black TWSBIs. I have the TWSBI Smoke and Rose Gold, and that's enough for me. And I really do like the rose gold finishes, so I do have the white and rose gold, the smoke and rose gold, and now I have the cream or creme and rose gold. So this is really lovely. I like it because it makes me think of vanilla. So yes, that is my new pen. I'm probably going to be inking it up a little later. And now on to the grand finale, the samples. Just a moment. I always like the way that they package things. Because I went in person, they didn't have to do like a whole shebang with the packaging. But whenever I get these like washi tapes and stuff, anytime that I would order from stationery stores and all of this, I would actually keep this washi tape because you know what? It's a free little sample. And it seems like such a shame and a waste to throw it away. And this is actually cute. So I even have like a notebook where I just have like a whole page of the sample washi tapes. Yeah, and since it's washi tape, most of the time it can peel off without an issue. And you see, I can reuse this. It's very cute. So let me stick it on somewhere for now. Okay. All right. Some of the samples that I ended up getting were actually samples that I've had before. So for example, this Kyonoto Atsukiro, I think. Guys, my pronunciation is not going to be on par, but I'm pretty sure I have it here. And when I was looking at my ink samples, I'll show it to you guys. I spelled it wrong here, by the way, so don't mind that. But I was like, this is such a beautiful red. And the girl at the store that was helping me was like, oh, you, because I spelled the name wrong. So she was like, is this the one that you're talking about? And I was like, I don't know, maybe it is kind of that shade. And she was like, well, it's kind of like that red bean paste. And I was like, that's a cute way of describing it. So yeah, so I got another sample of this because I wanted to see if I would actually enjoy it. So I'm not going to swatch this out. I'm just going to save this for a pen. Because to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of a lot of reds. Like I enjoy red ink, but I have to actually like the shade of red. Like I'm pretty sensitive to the shade of red whenever I see like a whole page of it. So I can't just use just any ink. And this is the one I mentioned in my currently inked as well. This is the Sailor Shikiori Duyu, which I'm excited to see how it looks in a fine pen. So I'm gonna do one of these cards for that. I also got Ferris wheel press pumpkin patch because, to be completely honest with you, it looks super cute. And I got the Sailor Ink Studio 141. I've had this sample once before and I really liked it. And I almost bought a full bottle, but I was like, you know what? Before I commit to a whole bottle, let me try writing with it again now that I'm being more conscious of my spendings. I don't want to just keep getting bottles and bottles of ink that I need to go through. I think I mentioned this one in the currently inked as well. This is the Kyono Oto Cherry Blossom. And I've got this in here. Yeah, let me actually show you. So most of these, I guess I may not even have to really swatch. But since I've got the thingy here, I may as well show you what they look like. So we've got the Cherry Blossom, which was in the pinks. One moment. Yeah, I just really like the way that it looks. It's like this beautiful moody, yeah, here it is. Look at that. It's like a moody pink, you know? I really like it. It kind of makes me think of, I know cherry blossoms bloom in like spring, right? But it makes me think of kind of like the approaching winter if you're trying to do, or like wearing mittens and cool weather, that kind of a pink. I know that's a weird way of putting it, but that's kind of how I see it. And then the Sailor Ink Studio 141, that's gonna be in the blues. Funnily enough, I actually was going to buy a bottle of 141 when I had first got the sample of it. I was gonna get a bottle of 141 and a sample of 140, and the girl that was helping me at that time, she got a little confused, so she gave me the wrong stuff. So this is the 141, okay? It's kind of like a beautiful sky blue. And I was going to be getting a bottle of this last year whenever I got this ink, but I ended up getting the bottle of this. This was supposed to be a sample, but I got a whole bottle. And the numbers are confusing, and I guess she kind of got confused as well, especially since I kept talking to her and all of this stuff. So this is still really pretty blue, but I was kind of still longing a little bit for a sky blue as well. So, yeah, so I got a sample of it to see if I actually want to commit to a whole bottle of my 3 to 5 allotted inks for the year. So these we don't have to sample. Okay, then I also got Ferris Wheel Press Central Park Greens. And I got the Pilot Iroshizuku 100th Anniversary Daikokuten or Daikoku. I don't know if it's Daikoku or Daikokuten, but they don't sell this ink anymore. It is sold out. It was like a limited edition. And the girl was like, to be honest with you, I don't think we have enough here for an ink sample. And I was like, even if you just give me like the tiniest amount, I can use a dropper to put it in a converter. You know, I don't need a lot of ink for a converter. Because I've always wanted to try it. And I'm so grateful because she made it happen. And I got the little, because they really don't have a lot left. It was like almost completely gone. So I was really grateful. I also got the Ferris Wheel Press buttered popcorn. And Dominant Industry Periwinkle Twinkle, which is a glitter ink. And it's very pretty looking so far. So yeah, I'm going to swatch these and super excited. So yay. I'm going to start with the Pilot Iroshizuku Daikoku, the 100th Anniversary Yellow ink. Okay guys, the next ink is going to be Ferris Wheel Press Buttered Popcorn. The next ink is going to be Ferris Wheel Press Pumpkin Patch. Next is the Ferris Wheel Press Central Park Greens. I could see it kind of looking like lettuce, I guess. The next ink is going to be the Dominant Industry Periwinkle Twinkle. Sailor Shikiori, do you? Okay, you guys, so I'll show you the inks now. They're not all 100% completely fully dry. For example, this is still a bit wet, but this can give you an idea of what this ink looks like because everything else is dry. So this one is actually really lovely. I hope that it comes up on camera, but it's gorgeous. Let me see, maybe I can get the lighting on it a little better to get it a bit more true to color. Okay, and I wanted to compare, I forgot that I wanted to compare them, so give me 1 second. This one makes me think of the, where is it? It's not it. Nope, definitely not. Okay. That's not it either. I was comparing it to the golden yellow a little bit. It kind of makes me think a little of the golden yellow in the written portion. The written portion kind of looks the same, but on the square it looks different. Let me see if I can. Yeah, this one is kind of similar as well too. The tono and limbs, Chiba brimming with vitality. It's kind of similar in the written portion again. The written portion is kind of similar. Okay. Then next is the Ferris wheel press. Buttered popcorn. And as far as buttered popcorn is concerned, let me see. I don't think I actually have too many inks that are exactly similar to buttered popcorn. What it makes me think of a little bit is the Lennon Toolbar Sunset Glow, even though this has more orange in it. And the other shades are going to be darker as well. So another one that it makes me think of, but like a more yellow version, is the Lennon Toolbar Bitter Orange. Let me see if I can find it. No. Okay, here it is. Like I said, this is more orange, but there's something... Oh no, I made the same mistake again where I got the ink on the bottom of the paper. Oh my goodness. Okay. But something about the shading and the way that it comes through makes me think of this one. Even though, again, they look nothing alike. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. Next is the Ferris wheel press pumpkin patch. As you can see, this is where the mistake happened. That is what you saw happen here is exactly what happened to this ink and what happened here as well. But yes, this is it. This is actually a really nice orange. I don't think I have an orange that's like this either in my samples. So yes, nothing looks quite like this. Let me separate them as much as I possibly can. Okay, we were gonna look at this, what were we looking at next? Yeah, I don't really have anything like pumpkin patch. Okay, next one, Ferris wheel press Central Park greens. So this one actually, remember I was mentioning, oh, okay. So they're not as similar as I initially thought. Okay, stop. I need you guys to calm down. I need these inks to calm down. Okay, these are not as similar as I initially thought. This is what I was comparing it to. What is it called? Wakauguis? So whatever. Okay, I'm not even gonna try. They kind of look a little similar on camera. And they do have a similarity, but this one does have a little bit more, like this one feels like a little bit more of a fuller color. So like this one is a little bit more, slightly more opaque. Like it's not as saturated. Let me see if I've got anything else that's similar to this. Okay, no, I think that's basically it. That would be the only one that I have in the, yeah. Because then there's also the Pen BBS number 342 matcha ice cream, but that's not exactly the same. This is darker. So this is the one that I showed you guys would be the closest. Okay. Next. I can't believe it smudged again. Oh, it was so pretty, and now it's okay. The Dominant Industry Periwinkle Twinkle. You can see the glitter in here. It's very pretty. Okay, and the one that it made me think of that I do have, it makes me think of like, almost like Troublemaker Inks Milky Ocean, but with glitter. They're not exactly the same, but they kind of feel similar. And I do have a glitter ink that is blue that it makes me think of as well. Give me 1 second. Here. It's making, you can, the glitter is faded a little bit here, but this is the Kyono Oto Ruri Iro. Okay, and it's kind of, it kind of made me think of this one. But now that I see them together, it's not exactly the same. Also, the Kyono Oto one looks like it has silver glitter almost, and this one has more of a gold. But the writing kind of looks similar. It's just the glitter is fade. Again, the glitter looks a little bit more silver, and here it looks more gold and more prominent. And then last but not least, okay, would be the Sailor Shikiori Duyu. And you know what? It would look okay in a fine nib. Now I realized it was out of frame. It doesn't really look too brown. It looks more like a gray in the fine nib. But I guess I can kind of see the hints of brown, but it's not exactly a brown looking ink. At least it's not coming up on camera. It's okay. You know, I'm glad I didn't just buy the bottle, because I almost did that. And I was like, Milka, do not make this mistake. So I'll see how I feel when I write a whole page in it. But yeah, that was the video, you guys. You got to see the chaos too. Normally I never have like what happened here. Okay, and with the other ones, it normally never happens, and it just so happened to happen for almost every single one of them in this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Did you guys like any of the inks? Do you have any of these inks? Let me know in the comments. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.